Okay, we do link in with a bit of astrology and more, and I will give you updates relating to how I see this panning out for you guys. Now, you got some action-packed movement coming, and I do feel is like the funny thing was the first thing I heard before I came live was show me the money, and I was like, okay, what's happening here? I do feel some of you may be changing environments. Now, that can be your home. That can be really shifts happening to do with your daily schedule, but also trying to quality assure it. But it can be a move of home. I also feel that your dealings with people at the moment, you're really, really alchemizing the way you communicate. And you could have a lot of individuals that do look at you as responsible, that do look at you as a person that can handle many things. It's like the jack of all trade. But you could have a lot more responsibility by about the 28th, I will say. So if there has been something that you need to shift about, that you need to tackle and get done, please get it done between now and the 28th, because it can become more hectic. I also feel that your contracts are going to start moving a lot more freely, but there is something inside them that is changing. I do feel the Mercury retrograde may have given you some time to look at those things, but I do feel there's a transformation happening both within employment, within your love life, and how you view it. Now, this could have been emotionally a very fatiguing time, because you do have the South Node and the North Node really playing out in your zodiac sign at the moment, both in 1st and 7th house. So emotionally speaking, yes, you can feel very exhausted, but some of these things are really coming. You planted a seed, and what is coming now is the rewards of it. You're almost out of this transit. I mean, at the moment it feels hectic. We do have till 2022. But it is really affecting you quite a bit, and you will most definitely benefit out of it. You may feel in the midst of it right now that it's not as beautiful and lovely, but it's definitely going to transform you as an individual and a being for the rest of your life, really moving forward. I do feel that with this guidance, okay, you do need to look after your crown chakra. You do need to keep your fluid up. You do need to eat healthy. You do need to try and keep as grounded as possible. The Capricorn moon that we had in June, there may be a change in your income, okay? You may have been tying up bills. You also may not resonate with some of the things that you have. You may be looking at the reality of a foundation of what's important and what's not, but there can be something to do with home, foundation, and work and life. But I do feel a big plan coming your way. I do feel if you've been waiting for information, it's going to be coming towards you, but I feel it does feel it's coming within the first week. Now, there can be some hurdles and challenges that you may need to deal with in the first week, but it's nothing you can't handle. I do feel if you've been waiting on making a judgment, you are looking at your whole foundation in your life, and this is major movement and change. Like I said, if you've been waiting for a judgment, you're going to get the judgment. But I feel it's you deciding what to do moving forward. I do feel some money that was owed to you may be coming back. And whatever you've done, whatever you've been shifting, it's doing a 360. You can get a bit stroppy during the week, I will say. But money, your mind is on your money. Your mind is on your growth. Your mind is on your stability, as well as self-worth. I do feel you could be a little bit stroppy in the first week, but again, that could come through by the 3rd week as we have Jupiter dip back into Aquarius. So just be mindful of that. The energy might be like slow and steady wins the race, but with Mars and Leo, you know, your values can be very firm. And again, remember, your energy at the moment is in the South Node, which means you are personally changing. But we can be very firm on our value systems and beliefs. And, you know, it's almost to the core. We've got to be careful in the first week, because we have squares and opposition. So I would say in the first week, do be careful. There can be this heightened passion. That can be both romantically, through getting things done. And if it's productive, that's a positive thing. But if it's in combativeness, it's really going to go to our detriment, and it can cause issues, okay? Stress. A lot of stress. to get these things done. I'm pulling clarifiers as we go. I do feel, look, I feel you have an action-packed 3 weeks, if I'm perfectly honest. It's almost like some information comes in, suddenly there's movement. It can be exciting, but you'll be really surprised how you're going to be able to pull this together. Whatever this is that you're about to do or about to receive from universe, I feel as though you'll be able to tackle it, but it can cause a lot of stress. You can use tourmaline and citrine, I would advise. The other energy would be getting grounded, okay? Base chakra energy. Have some time during the week, as the weeks progress through this month, to, if you can, take your shoes off and do just 5-10 minutes of breathing exercises. Breathe in and blow out. And you can really just become quite centered to be able to tackle this, because your mind is going to be supercharged this week. Really moving forward. Now, some of you can be changing industries, okay? Can be changing, going up a level, really looking at, and, you know, being able to handle things. So if you're needing to concentrate and you found that to be difficult, I see that coming through by mid-month being more solution orientated. So if you're having to run around quite a bit and you haven't been able to give something your undivided attention, the undivided attention time is going to be mid-month to the second week. So now you may not be having enough time to maybe have balance, but this, whatever you're trying to get done at the moment, you know, you may be feeling to yourself, am I going to get this done? I do feel you're going to, but during the circumstance, I feel you're thinking, I'm not going to get this woman done. It's not going to happen. I've got too much. Articulate and speak your truth to individuals. Try and really do that self-mastery of, okay, well, hey, I've got a lot going on right now. I need to get grounded, do some breathing. I do feel, honestly, Sage, I feel you're going to be able to handle it. I don't feel you want to, but I feel you're going to be able to handle it. This is, you know, some of you are looking at your own personal independence, and that can be due to the fact that at the moment Jupiter is in your 4th house. There might be something changing to do with your daily routine or your direct environment. This can be a home or a family-related dynamic. And that can be really, you're looking at it logically. It's like, hey, what is the benefits? Well, you know, how do we look at this? Do we move? Do we stay where we are? You know, am I trying to avoid misfortune? But it's like you're balancing the scales. You're sort of looking at it going, okay, is this, because what you're wanting to do is avoid adversity, avoid disaster. But there is going to be a change. Whatever this changes, it's coming in the nick of time. I do feel finance is coming. I also feel whatever you've been waiting for, it's coming in the nick of time. It's like literally no sooner do you feel that it's over, you're physically just pulling it all together. Oh, wow. You're physically pulling it together, and I feel it's happening in a flashbulb moment. This is the ruin that you have. Go Sag. Okay, apple and barley. It's a seed we're planting. Potency, latency, things coming to fruition, Kundalini or serpent power, intensity, creative activity. Something is coming to a climax, right? You may be feeling as though you're trying to avoid something ending, but something is ending. Something that is ending is taking a more grounded approach. So sometimes it can be when we feel we've had a tower, it's like it's already happened, but we psychologically maybe haven't come to terms with it. It can be a revelation. It can be, okay, I need to change my schedule about this. Simply isn't working. It's not going to benefit me. Okay, the way I approach connections, contracts, work, my stress levels. You are having a lot changing this month, Sag. But the one thing I can say is, no sooner do you just acknowledge it, is everything does sort itself out. And I really feel it's really going to go in your favor. You initially, I don't feel, are thinking such. Your contracts are all coming back online, okay? You're having a more logical approach. You're having a revelation. You're reaching acceptance to do with what is and what isn't working. You're looking at it and you're accepting it. Once you accept it, this is where you can get your happy home, your happy life. I do feel it's going to happen real quick. And this can be passions coming up and feelings. And it is a brand new beginning, all right? I do feel you're pulled in two directions, but I do feel whatever this is, it's causing a wake-up call and it is shifting it. Whatever is meant to change is changing. 3 cards for the contract and 3 cards for the romantic interest. Are we in the house or is YouTube being funky again? Half of you are probably in bed. So sorry. It's the way my schedule went today. Yep. Romantic interest. I don't think your romantic interest is going to be expecting this. Okay, work. There's something shifting here with work. Those of you that are working, I feel you may be stepping into your power and saying, look, this is what I'm needing. Regardless of what the current circumstances are happening in the collective, I do feel you might feel as though you're looking at it and you're going, right, instead of saying that, no, this is the way it is, I feel you're moving into, if this is the way it is, what can I shift about so I can have that brand new beginning? And I feel maybe you are looking at yourself a little bit like, maybe I was looking at it too innocently. But it's also, how can I bring that new beginning? I do feel be careful of a co-worker and also who you're trusting. Yeah, who you're trusting. But I do feel you're going to get the balance. If somebody has done you wrong, I do feel the balance is coming back. I do feel it'll go in your favor. It's probably not best to go into a fight. There could be fights in the first week. But I do feel you're doing your investigation and you're watching yourself. But ultimately, I feel you're making a decision to do with your employment, how you're handling the circumstance. And I do feel that the communication is going to flow a lot more effectively. Your career sector, by about the 2nd and 3rd week, you're going to be able to take the most rational approach to sort things out and create structure. I also feel with the new moon, you could get a secondary income, or you could get money coming towards you from, money that's owed, a brand new contract, maybe a promotion. But it is something that is going to take that up a notch. But you're also trying to create a bit of money in the piggy bank with some interest going so that you've got something to depend on, okay? I do feel there's offers here, but you've had this light bulb moment. It's like you've had this, I do feel between now and the 3rd week, you're really having a light bulb moment, and it can be a spark of creativity. I'm going to pull the Chakra card. Hi, Val. How are you doing, Dale? Got a busy day today. Yep, your passions and your desires are coming, okay? You're going to be able to use that Leo energy to pull it in. Marketing for you guys with Leo there at the moment, with Mars and Leo, is a really good time, and it's a good time to do it now. If you are working in your own business, or you're working in advertising or promoting, getting it online or doing anything to that degree, now would really be between now and the 3rd week to get that done. If you need to fine tune it and you want to secure contracts, it is going to come through by the 2nd and the 3rd week. And there's a lot of movement. You'll be able to have the gift of the gab. You'll be more strict with yourself, but you'll be more solution orientated. I also feel you could be looking at what people are needing through analytics, depending on the industry you're working in. Obviously, if you do want me to give you a private reading, we can go deeper into it. But I just feel that, you're really going to have this craving to make these goals and these movements come true. Now, in your love, I do feel you felt there was in the past, maybe you're seeing both sides of the story. I also feel that you're really looking at, the truth of situations, how you see the current truth, because the truth is always evolving. I do feel there's a movement forward, but it's almost like this could move extremely quickly. And I don't feel the romantic partner sees this coming, okay? There is going to be a shift within this connection, and it's going to be drastic. It is bringing balance back, but I do feel there is a balance of what Sagittarius feels is correct for them, taking a grounded approach, maybe wanting to come and see the person at a drop of a hat. But this is going to be quite quick and unexpected. But, you know, be it you're coupled or single, this feels a sudden movement relating to love, taking a leap of faith, and changing their approach, okay? But whatever this is, I do feel in a conversation piece, it's almost clearing the air. It's clearing the air. I do feel... yeah, you're going to have a choice between two people, two paths, two ways of doing it. I do feel there's two energies here. Maybe you could be reflecting on how the person was in the past and how they are now. And I do feel this person's in a lot more of a more psychological, stable way of being. And they really have filled their cup, okay? So they're willing to offer love. This is more an open connection flowing. And like abundance, this is moving towards you. Love and light, I will see you during the month. I am going to be live in the Twin Flame room tomorrow. So if you do want to come and join us, it's $11 a month. And there's 2 sessions a month. And the rest of the sessions we do on YouTube, on the main platform, as well as we will have the new moon energy update and the full moon energy. Now, this month we are having a full moon in Aries. That shall be interesting. Very Saturn and Jupiter in energy. Jupiter's going to dip back into Aquarius. So be prepared by the end of the month for it to get a little bit more obligation-ready. Fun. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for joining me. If you do want a personal booking, you can go to the link that is directly below the video or on the main page. Feel free to ask any questions and I can send you the link in the information box. And I'll see you during the month.